So I saw Catching Fire last night, and I just... Is it possible to love a movie more than I love myself? Okay, I'm just gonna start talking. Here's how this is gonna work. I have a lot to say, so I need to keep it organized. Okay, I'll start off with the things that are my complaints, I guess you could say, and then I'll go into everything that I loved about it. Everything. I wrote them down. I'm gonna try to just go through them. Okay, I wish that Bonnie and Twill would have been in the movie because I feel like in the book they're kind of what gets Katniss thinking about District 13 and about how people are using her Mockingjay as a symbol for the rebellion. I wish we would have seen drunk Katniss. Finnick was not as naked as I wish he would have been. In the book, they spend like 3 chapters looking for water, and in the movie, they're just like, I'm thirsty, here's a spile, put it in the tree. I wish they would have put in when Plutarch says it starts at midnight, tipping her off about the arena. Oh my god, come on. I wish we would have seen, or at least heard about Haymitch winning the games. But I guess maybe it would have been kind of hard to put that in the movie and have it make sense to people that didn't read the books. I understand. Also, Peeta and Gale have families that apparently don't exist in the movie. Am I the only one that thought it was Johanna? There's a fucking H in her name. Like, why would that be there if it... I'm frustrated. So those were my only complaints. Or, not really complaints, just things I wish would have been in there. So with that said, let's get to the good stuff. The casting of this movie. Yes, I loved Mags, aka the cutest person to ever exist. Loved Wyrus, I thought that was perfect casting. Okay, Jenna Malone was the perfect Johanna Mason. Joanna? Fucking, I'm calling her Johanna. Like, she just... That's an actress that knows her character. I have nothing to say even. She was so good. Interview scene, she was just a badass bitch. And most importantly, Sam Claflin as Finnick Odair. Like, who found him? I would like to shake their hand and give them a pat on the back for a job well done. Sam Claflin was perfection. He was born to play Finnick Odair. And the weird thing is, I've only ever seen Sam in one other movie, so I pretty much just know things about him from his interviews, and so I know the way that he talks and he acts. It gets to the movie and I'm like, what? That's not Sam. That's a different person. He didn't sound like himself and he didn't look like himself, and it was jarring. Made it seem like Finnick Odair is a real person that we have to watch die. And then Josh Hutcherson. What? Josh Hutcherson, much like Sam and Finnick, was born to play Peeta Mellark. He is Peeta Mellark. It's everything about him. And it's just the part where he says, oh, I almost thought it was a real kiss. Josh, stop. And we must talk, just for a moment, about the queen, Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence is a goddamn gift to humanity. She is the best actress of our generation. You can fucking quote me on that. She just is a genius. How is she only like 23 years old? I don't understand. Nobody else could ever play Katniss Everdeen half as well as Jennifer Lawrence. She is the queen of America and the entire world, and I love her. When you watch the movie, it's like Katniss Everdeen embodied. It's like every move she makes when she's acting is to further the story. Like at the very end when Gale says there's no District 12 and she looks, and at first she's just horrified, and then in a split second all of a sudden she's like out for revenge. She looks directly into the camera. I can't with her. Like, I want to watch her all the time, every day. She was born to be on this screen and she was born to play Katniss Everdeen. Just very passionate about Jennifer Lawrence and her perfect acting. The one time that I cried during this movie was because of Jennifer Lawrence's acting and her acting alone. Just give her another Oscar. Give her every Oscar for the rest of time. But I think my favorite character, Caesar Flickerman. His faces that he makes light up my life. His face when Peeta proposed to Katniss. I want that tattooed on my body for all of time. The snow scene. I can't believe they put that in there. Freaking fell in the snow and started kissing and everything was perfect and Peeta and just, Everlark. The District 11 scene. That was so powerful. Not only Jennifer Lawrence, but the fact that they had the families there, that was so amazing. And just, it was so much like the book. I loved it. Francis Lawrence is a genius. He really gets the main message of the book across. Francis Lawrence, you are a king among men. The scene in the beginning when Katniss shoots her arrow and tries to hit a turkey, but then she hallucinates that it's Marvel. Francis Lawrence, you my dog. That was, it was unexpected, but it was so great. And just to see how nobody really wins the games. Francis, you have my heart. And we all know that Johanna's interview was the best one. Oh my god, it was so great. I'm pretty sure my favorite part of the entire movie was the elevator scene. Katniss's face when Johanna takes off her dress. I want that blown up into a mural and put on my wall. I want that tattooed on my face. I want a t-shirt with that face on it. That scene was everything. It wouldn't be Catching Fire without talking about the death of Cinna. It was like, I knew what was gonna happen, but watching it, like, did that need to happen though? And the scene where Mags dies, that was done beautifully. I just had to briefly touch on that. Haymitch was perfect in this movie. He got even better. I didn't think it was possible. Effie. Character development. I feel like in this movie, it showed Effie kind of understanding the real brutality of the games. From the Capitol, you're raised differently, and it's terrible that you're raised like that, but you don't really view it as human beings dying. I love that they added in the scenes with Snow's granddaughter because I thought that it really just showed how much influence Katniss had. I also love that they added in the scenes with Snow and Plutarch kind of planning everything out, and you could kind of tell that Plutarch was manipulating Snow a little bit. That was a nice touch. But we must discuss, there's two things that make me emotional. The first one is the beach scene. Steamier than the cave scene, easily. It was like they were just reading the book. Everything that happened in that scene was in the book. Direct book quotes, you guys! This entire movie had so many direct book quotes. There were so many Katniss and Peeta kisses. It's all I ever wanted in life. I just wanted some steamy makeout scenes between Katniss and Peeta, and we got it. Speaking of direct book quotes, was I the only one that almost keeled over when Peeta said always? Don't even understand, that's my favorite part of the whole series. Not even just the book, but the series. It's my favorite line. And the thing is, people that didn't read the books don't understand what a big deal that is. Peeta says always, and then he gets hijacked, but then he comes back to her again. Oh my god. When they said that, my exact words were, "They did not!" Because I didn't know if they were gonna put that in there, because I didn't know how they were gonna do it. I didn't know. I'm emotional. Also, I would really like to thank Francis Lawrence for actually reading the book. Not every movie director reads the book before they make the movie. Francis Lawrence understands something that very few directors nowadays seem to understand. And that is, if people love the book as much as they do, it's already perfect. You don't have to change everything. You don't have to change anything. There are gonna be some things that don't transfer from book to screen, They paid attention to what the fans want. Oh my god, and I forgot to mention the Mahogany reference. Effie and Mahogany are my OTP. So last but not least, I'm just gonna talk about the ending. Because, oh my god, it was pretty much exactly like it was in the book. And I would know, I just read the book again for the 3rd time a week ago. Jennifer Lawrence, you beautiful, exquisite human being. Jennifer nailed it. I honestly think that Catching Fire was Jennifer Lawrence's best performance yet. Why does she only have 1 Oscar? It just makes me so mad that she's not going to be nominated for an Oscar for this because of that huge bias against franchise films in Hollywood. She deserves so much. The entire cast deserves so much more recognition than they're going to get. I hope that they know that everybody who loves these books and who has seen the movie appreciates them so much. Every single one of them. Francis Lawrence is my new god. He's not just making these movies to make money. He's making them because he knows that they're important and it's a story that needs to be told. And you can see every choice that Jennifer Lawrence makes when she's acting is to tell a story. Jennifer Lawrence has this way of showing emotion in such a clear way. You can tell she's thinking, oh my god, there's no District 12. I'm going to kill Snow. The whole movie was perfect. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I'm gonna go watch it again tonight and probably again tomorrow, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sorry if it seemed really disorganized. I tried writing it all down. But it was last night right when I got home, so I was a little out of it. The movie was so good. I shit you not, people applauded in the middle of the movie like 3 times. They applauded! Not even at the end, but just in the middle, after Jennifer Lawrence did such a great scene or something. So I think I've hit everything that I wanted to talk about. Oh, the arena was really cool. That's all I can think of to say. I'm feeling a lot of emotions and I'm really tired and it's really cold outside today, so I'm not really in my right mind. I could not possibly have loved that movie any more than I do. So, I love this movie. My only complaints were not of things that were in the movie, but they were of things that I wish I could have seen. But I would rate this a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna watch this movie so many times. Oh my god, when can I buy the DVD? So I think that's all I have to say. I really hope I didn't forget about anything. So, I'm just gonna end this here because I'm still really emotional. Bye! A text about Catching Fire. Probably should have stopped recording for that.